And I am saying, what's up, Gunpla modelers? This is Strider Prime bringing you a new edition of Gunpla Gundam Models. But today is the return of the Dominican Gunpla Boyz. To
Sun
my
by three. Sun by three. Sun by three.
So
to
by
my
three.
to
Sun
my
by three.
left, we have Maverick 176, and to the left of him
Yeah.
is Albertop. I forgot the wait. Is it Albertox or Albert? I forgot.
It's
Remember
not bad. So that's my Instagram there. You could follow me.
Adele FTW. Is
Yeah.
it ADAL underscore FTW?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. But you were under a different name on Facebook before. No,
On YouTube. Yeah.
on
It should-
YouTube. Albertox, whatever.
Yeah.
Which
FTW.
FTW. That's right. Albertox FTW. That's right.
I like with that FTW. Fabulous. What was it called again?
For
What's
the win.
For the
FTW?
win.
Because he won many times. He won at Mosquito.
Oh.
He won at Mosquito Con a few times. Property of Dominion. Okay, there you go. Oh, I forgot my rum. What the hell is it?
The rum drinking team.
Right now.
That's when we used to win competitions back in the day. We used to win with Con, and we used to place in image anime. We used to attend there. Good times.
Yeah, Image Anime? Was there shows at Image Anime? I didn't know.
They
Yeah,
had little things going on back then and shit.
back then, we're talking about like the early, like 2008, 2007.
I must have missed that because I think it was like a chore and a half just to get to Image Anime.
Yeah.
I,
The time when Adalberto and I we met was the first year for Baku, 2008.
Oh yeah, I remember Baku. That
Yeah,
was
and
fun.
And then
That's
we
right.
met Strider at the following year. That's when Clem
when they had their first model competition, I think I remember because I think I brought a oh god, I forgot what it was. I think it was the high grade double O Quanta when it first came out.
Really? I think it was older than that. I feel like Double O wasn't even out. Or was it out? Or it was just out.
It was out. I think it
I
was
don't
like
even remember, man.
It's like a long time ago.
I was still in 0083 at that time. That was my shit. That
I think we
8.
were.
That's
Well,
always been my
it was at the tail end of Double O series because again the Waking of the Trailblazers movie just came out.
shit. But
And I can't find none of the photographs that I took at that show at the time. I wish I could find them.
yo, hold up, this guy Ryo Shiro. What's up, man?
How you doing, Ryu?
4 a.m. Where?
He's probably in Europe. Yeah, 4 a.m. Yeah, he has to be in Europe,
Yeah, Europe is what, 5 hours?
something like that.
Yeah,
It's
like,
6.
UK?
I think it's 5 hours UK. So if it's 10, so 6 hours from now, or is it 5 for UK? And then we're talking about another 5 hours. So he's probably somewhere in Middle East or near. Oh, hey, you better not be in the Ukraine.
I should
I don't-
talk about that right now, son.
That's tough out there, bro.
Candela, loco.
That sucks.
I know.
Yeah.
Because like I live
Oh,
in New Delhi in India, and it's
Oh,
7:30 a.m. over there.
All right. So this guy's telling Josh Street. How you doing, Josh? Thanks for
UK.
joining. In the UK, it's 3 a.m. So he's probably in Germany or France.
Somewhere there.
Yeah.
No me dejo tigre para allá.
But yeah,
But yeah, man. Haven't done anything lately. I'm still stagnating, but I am coming up. I am coming out of retirement. So
The last thing I remember you were building was that Blackbird.
back on,
self-imposed exile, you know.
dude. After 3 kids and everything, man, it's just been like
I still can't believe you had 3 kids. I still remember when you didn't have. I remember when you didn't have any kids.
No, not 3 kids.
all right.
3 daughters.
Yeah.
Girls,
That-
man.
That's the headache that he's going to be having for the next
Look.
15 or so years.
Look, I have my daughter's the oldest one. She's fun. She's like delightful and shit. The middle one, forget it. That one is spicy as fuck. And then I got the little one that's following the footsteps of the spicy one. So
You're gonna pay all your misdeeds are gonna be paid.
Don't say that, loco. Don't say that.
It's gonna happen. Bro.
It happens. It happens. The shit that the stuff we used to do back in when we were young, it comes back to you.
So,
nah, man, I was a saint back in those days.
Circle of life.
I have all my backlog here in DR, but I'm taking everything to India. But I need to know what will be the most efficient way for me to transfer most of my kids. Because I'm gonna
Don't bring no clothes. Just put them all in your suitcase.
No, in a container. If you're gonna
I have to bring it in my suitcase. And yeah, as a diplomat, they don't check my suitcases or the weight or anything. So it doesn't matter how heavy it is, but it's about the value. So I'm thinking like I need to find the most efficient way for me to bring some of my kids. I want to bring at least 10 or 20.
Hold on. How many kids do you have in total?
Cool. My backlog, 100.
Dude, you didn't see his fucking container when he was unloading?
Easily, I have 100 kids. And I haven't built anything in such a long time. Yeah, at least my backlog is at least 100 kids. It's nothing crazy like yours. Your shit was ridiculous. But at least 100 kids. And I only build 1 to 100 and up. I don't build high grades or anything. So they usually take a lot of space.
Challenge yourself?
So it's up. I just like having all my shit in the same scale. It's just I'm weird like that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't get don't you have any perfect grades?
Yeah, I have like on build, I have like 4. I got the Mark II, the RX-78, like the OG one, and an OG Saku. And then build, I have like the Unicorn. I bought the bootleg one, the one that was like gold plated, the Phoenix. It's beautiful. I like it.
We were making deals with a guy from what's it called, Gundam Central and shit.
Yeah, I remember. Yo, he negotiates.
Yeah, we were buying shit and just like I sent it out directly to me and then just send it over to I got all my shit from here.
I remember that.
And just send it over.
I remember when we got the P Bandai. What was it? The GM costume. And we bought like 10 of them shits. That was fun.
Yeah. We were like buying mad shit, and then I'm like because I was used to, when I was working in the other place, people would see it and slums just like, yo, can I have it? It's like, loco, come here.
You used to mail it to me in Florida.
Yeah, man, in Florida, yeah. There's, especially when the Hazel came out. Remember the Hazel?
Yeah.
You guys
people were looking
like crazy.
Oh my god.
We bought like a dozen.
Yeah, a lot. We gave a few. We sold several. I know you sold several of the Hazel ones.
What's it called? Kyle.
Kyle, yeah, the German dude.
I ended up sending some shit to him and some other shit too.
Yeah, he was crazy with like a Vans of Cedar and shit, all that crap, everything. He loved that.
Dude, it was good times. I mean, like I have like a whole bunch of stuff here that like a bunch of like whips. Hold on, let me see if I can just get this shit.
Start pulling some stuff out.
I got like a bunch of whips that I still haven't like finished, and then I got more shit here that I haven't finished. Then I have more shit there I haven't finished. More shit I haven't finished. Hold on.
You just have to fit it. I remember even the 3D printer, like you got into it a lot and then you just stopped. You didn't touch it for like a year.
So I got the Saturn. I got what's it called? The Anycubic Mono X. That's the 12x12x12. And then I have there. I have the Mars over there.
Is that the one that you sent? Is that the one you used to send me those 3D parts?
Yeah, the one over here, the Mars. So I have this one, and I'm trying to get the fucking Jupiter. For the 1/4 scaled figures that I'm been printing and shit. Because I've been doing that shit on the side and selling shit. So
okay, that's dope. Like the last thing I printed was the the bazooka for the perfect grade gold frame, because I was
Yeah.
building the gold frame. You know, I turned the red frame into a gold frame. And I 3D printed the bazooka, and I got the Sabo decals hooked me out with with the decals for it. That's like an easy conversion.
Oh shit. So
Yeah,
Rio,
I was
he's
gonna,
deployed overseas. He's out in Romania.
and we just mentioned that right now. I was saying hopefully he was not near there, but
Yo, watch your six, bro.
take it. Be careful, all right?
I'm home soon.
Be careful to all of our Gunpla modelers overseas, and of course, stay. Fighting the good fight, you could say. But be careful out there. That's all
Yeah,
that matters, and you get home safe and sound.
yeah. Look at us. I got a tropical storm coming in like 6 hours. So I was like doing
Dude,
last minute.
we're also used to tropical storms in the Dominican Republic.
But in Florida, people would like buy all the water, sell out in Costco, buy in the parking lot for ice.
Yo, and
Yeah,
then what they call the plywood,
the
fucking plywood.
plywood.
Plywood is like gold down there when the hurricane comes along.
Shit. I mean, it's like, yeah, by the time it's like, you're gonna get into all that shit, I might as well just upgrade my house for fucking storms, because shit,
That's crazy.
people be getting fucking crazy with that shit. Like out here, like sometimes for the snowstorms and shit, I just laugh. So like, my house is like, I'm fucking snowproof, fucking done.
Yeah, one of the benefits of living up north, you don't have to worry about hurricanes that often.
Yeah, it's just
But
we
we
have
had
our
that.
shit.
We
We have our
had,
yo. Have you seen, like, I don't know if you ever heard, but in the city, yo, Manhattan, by the Lincoln Tunnel and all those other places have been getting flooded, yo.
it was like a
And,
few years ago.
Yeah,
We had that major nor'easter storm that came around here, and there was like a storm surge that just came in and just flooded Manhattan, lower Manhattan.
mhm,
The entire subway was underwater, like 10 feet underwater.
yeah,
And
it
I
was
was like, it was a storm surge. And I think I remember. Do you remember like maybe 10 years ago or something like that? There was a major
yeah,
storm that came in that
Sandy.
messed up. Yeah, Sandy, that messed
Sandy.
up
Yeah, that
the
was. How could
that
you
met
forget that? I was like, people
that
had no
that
electricity for like a
right
couple
a
of weeks.
week. We were all out for a week.
Dude, I remember just like I was pulling the ECUs out of my cars and shit, put them shits on fucking bricks.
And the funny thing is, like, that's the only time when New Yorkers act like human beings, where there's like tragedies. Because I remember people had like free charging spots in the streets.
Yeah,
Charge
We
your
had the
phone.
everybody had each other's backs, but then
we
after that, everybody's killing each other.
Yeah,
After everything passes by, and everybody's fucking hustling and killing each other.
yeah. 1
Remember,
week later, people are pushing each other and calling each other names. And
remember
go
I think
fuck yourself.
was it 2002, 2003, the blackout,
the
the summer
blackout.
Yeah,
blackout.
Oh, forget about that. Who could not forget about the
I
blackout?
was walking because it was during, I think it was during the summer. Yeah,
yeah.
I was.
I was like a sophomore in high school because I'm younger than you guys, and I remember that shit. That was horrible.
I had a summer job as a technician out on 37 and 5th. It's like 2 blocks away from CompUSA at the time, down on 34th or some shit, or 3 blocks.
CompUSA, you remember that?
Yeah. And
Fucking
Yeah,
when
CompUSA
the,
was
electricity went out, we
Nirvana
were
for me.
trying to set up and trying to close the store and everything. This is not in the city, right? So most of them shits were like kind of like electrical thing, and then you have to fucking find the whole thing and then take out the chain out of it and want to fucking pull it close because the motor wouldn't crank because there was no electricity. Dude, I walked from there. I went and picked up my sister on 58th, no, 50th and 8th or 50th and 9th or some shit like that. She was working for this company called Ogilvy and Mathers. They did the what's the fuck American Express commercials at the time. And I picked her up from there, and then for there we walked all the way out to the Morris, 177th Street in Morris. So that was a long fucking walk, yeah. And I had fucking like work shoes too. I had like what's it called, dress shoes on and a suit. So you walking on and everything, and then like probably like every 4 or 5 blocks, there was someone giving out free water or some shit, or some people had the hoses on and shit.
Yeah, New Yorkers, as a New Yorker myself, I think we become like really good Samaritans when like shit hits the fan.
Right.
It's weird. Like, usually like here in Florida, people are usually nice, but then they go crazy when like anything happens, they start looting and shooting each other. And New Yorkers are the opposite. Like usually a lot more kinder
Yeah.
until shit gets back to normal, then you're back to the usual I hate everybody, get out of my face.
Dude, it was so everybody was like helping each other, like people that didn't have, like, they couldn't walk. Some people had like this one guy like ghetto rigged some shit, and he was like hauling people in his bike and just dragging people along and shit.
That's crazy.
Some people were acting as fucking traffic as traffic guards and shit, making sure that they have proper flow of traffic. I was just like, everybody came in like this, but as soon as the electricity came back, everybody went back to their old ways.
Oh, forget it.
So it's just like,
I remember
even when 9/11 happened, I was in school and shit, and then I hear that the Pentagon got hit, and I said to myself, well, this is the time I'm gonna be enlisting now. I'm gonna be enlisting. My mom was already buying me a fucking ticket to ship me out. Because I said to her, it's like, I'm enlisting. I went, took the test, and they told me, it's like, oh, you don't belong here. You belong in the Air Force. I'm like, yo. So they came over and knocking on my house, and my mom kept saying, it's like, yeah, he don't live here no more.
No, it's crazy. Because I went to aviation high school, so I got my pilot's license and my AMP. So I was like a prime target for the Air Force, or the Navy. And I remember they offered me when I was graduating in 2004, like $15,000 signing bonus, and that was like a lot of money for me at the time. But I was 17, so I needed my mom to sign for me. Right. And she
said nope.
She stripped. She's like, you're not gonna die. It's an American war. And I was like, oh, now it's like, now we're not American anymore. She's like, oh yeah, you're gonna go die, shoot some guy in the desert. No, sir. And she ripped the paperwork of the recruiter right in her face. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I wanted to join the Army when I was 18 years old, and I remember Mom said, nope, you're not. You're staying here.
Yeah.
Because everybody thinks that you're going to be...
Don't play that shit.
No Dominican mother will let their kids go over, become a soldier.
Because they know they're going to put up in the front lines, getting shit. The darkies get shot first.
I know, right? Yo, by the way, Bree was asking about if they're going to be another 00 PG, and the answer is no. Because any other 00 PG kid is not going to make any money.
They'll make something else and use the same frame. They're going to milk that shit again.
Hang on a second. You say no, but then what 00 PG kit that you're talking about here? I mean...
Anything out of the Exia? Nah. I'm telling you.
Hold on. Look at the popularity of the Dynamis. Dynamis was very, very popular. If they made a 00, if they made a PG of that.
But they're not going to.
They're gonna milk that frame until they're gonna use they're just not gonna use that frame and use it once. But they're gonna use it. Maybe the Exia, what's the red one? The X. How's it called? The FG type?
Astrea, something like that.
Oh God, I hate Astrea. Please.
So, they're gonna milk that frame.
I hated that Astrea.
The Exia F type. Is it the F type? The one that's like red? That's like a neat reference for them to do.
Astrea. Wait a minute. I have the Astrea right here. Hold on.
But you know what's funny though? The one that they actually milked the shit out of was the fucking unicorn. The unicorn frame has been fucking milked. Wow.
They're gonna milk that. They spend millions of dollars in engineering, in research and development. They're gonna build something else. They're gonna use that frame. I don't see them not doing that frame in something else.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's legit. You should build that.
Dude, I have so many shit that I'm gonna build, and it's ridiculous. I've been looking at this for like the past few days now, and it's driving me nuts.
That's crazy. That's beautiful too. I saw that. I was in Bangkok, and I went to a store to buy some kits. I think I called you guys when I was over there.
Right. Yeah.
And then my wife was like, "I'll buy you the Evangelion kit," but it was like after the conversion, it was like $180, and I was like,
when I got this at Hobbyland Japan, I think it was around 105 or 100,
yeah,
110.
it was a little more, yeah. So it was like 180.
But the shipping was like, after realizing how big it is, I said, okay, I didn't realize I'm buying a perfect grade.
Yeah, and I know you remember the OG perfect grade is like it's a high grade pretty much in scaled up.
I never bothered to get it. I kept on seeing it many times, and at one point I thought I saw it on sale someplace, and then I said, no, I'm gonna buy it and it's gonna sit there forever. But this one is huge.
Yeah,
it's massive.
Dude,
I was very close to buying it. My wife was like, I got you, I'll buy it for you. Nice.
I got what's it called? Bahama Mama from Cardi. That's what I've been drinking today.
Yo, I'm not drinking anything. I gotta go get a drink. Be back.
Go get the drink.
But yeah, man. So it's a lot of shit, man. I see another PG coming though.
Like what? And did I lose you guys?
Nah, I'm just playing with you, man.
Oh, coño, God. I thought you froze. I was like, wait, what the hell?
Nah, there's another PG coming.
Well, hold on. Before we jump onto PG, let's talk about the possibility of this new burqa that they've been talking about. 20-year.
Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Well, hold on. We'll go around the table. I'll begin with my idea, my thought process. All right. So I've been thinking about it, and I said to myself, you know what? Okay, the G self would be nice, but that's what everybody wants. But I think maybe we should finally get a new Zaku 2 variant, an updated version, something that Kotoki says, all right, it's time to update the Zaku 2 into something that looks a little bit more better. I did like the version of the Zaku 2 from Origins, which is like stupidly detailed. I'm surprised that Bandai did not decide to make a master grade of that. Yeah, I mean, they could have easily done that. They could have easily taken the frame of the standard 2.0, replaced the armor parts with the parts that would look like from Origins, and you're done. Or do something like what they did with what was it? The Zaku 2s that was in that G40 series. Remember the G40?
Yeah.
Remember that short video?
Yeah.
Those Zakus were beautiful, almost Kotoki-like.
And they didn't do it.
Yeah, and they didn't do it. They dropped the ball on that. I understand it was probably a niche market right there, but if they would have focused it on that would have been great. So I know that's not going to happen. I mean, it's about time we see a villain mobile suit, because we haven't seen one in a long time from Virgin Kentucky. The last villain mobile suit that we've gotten was Sazabi, or was it Sinanju? Was it Sinanju first, then Sazabi?
No. Burqa? I forgot.
Burqa.
I think it was Sazabi. Burqa.
All right, so Jazz, how you doing? And he's saying that my money is on the next PG's Barbatos.
No, not.
As much as, a big ass Barbie like that, I might as well see people goddamn 3D printed. There's a guy that I've been watching on YouTube. He 3D printed the unicorn at 1/40th scale. I don't know if you saw that one.
1/40th scale?
1/40th scale.
Jesus Christ.
I'll find the name of it. I have been lately subbing new people on YouTube lately, and I came across a few. One guy, well, my favorite guy is Endmaker. I think I can't wait to see his build of his version of the Lufrit. But there was
hold on.
All right, go ahead. I think I deviated. Sorry.
Now you know about Endmaker. Fucking Animaker's been out for the past like 16 years. Where the fuck you been?
Well, I haven't been watching. I don't watch everybody. It's, there's so many people out there to watch.
He started sharing his work. Remember with the Backhood website back in 2006?
I don't think I remember that. No.
Well, they
That's
had a forum there, and that's when I got to like talk to all of them like that. And then from there, I started like that's when they started like showing like the real shit. I'm like, yo,
I saw like his build of
these
he
guys
did.
are like
No, it's crazy builds. I've been following everything. His presentation is amazing.
that, and I became friends with Don Cerrutos too at that point
Hmm.
because he was doing some crazy shit back then too. And what was his other guy's name at the time? Shit, I forgot. But yeah,
I gotta
they had
find that.
crazy shit.
I gotta find that unicorn. I know who it was. I just keep forgetting the stupid name. Godfinger.
Yes,
That guy. I was
that
like, whoa. He did some great work on that.
yeah, that dude is good. Just like Ray from Ray Studios. You saw his last build that he did.
I think I.
Made a manga style um diorama type thing. And he even what's it called, custom designed. He 3D designed the figures and everything for it.
Right. Well, I recently started to follow S Dark when he did that amazing Freedom Gundam, which I was like, I just floored me when I saw that. And then I think it was yesterday. Oh, this guy Wallcraft. Have you
Hmm.
seen this guy Wallcraft?
You can share it on the screen for them.
Hold on, let me
Everybody.
see if let me pull it up. I'll pull up his page. But what he does is he does model builds using like a diorama model builds. Hold on, let me see how I can do this share thing because I keep forgetting how to do this. And Albert is back. There he is, getting the drink. Dude, you didn't have to hang up.
Oh, I did it by mistake. I'm drinking some Japanese plum wine,
You
and
know,
it,
for a
it, has-
second, I
and
don't know why the fuck I was reading Chocha.
yeah, it's choya. It has like the ume fruit
Yeah.
inside of it.
Okay.
All right,
One of the
so
one of the benefits of living in Asia is that you could get like really good sake and really good like rice wine. Cheap.
all right. By the way, I'm being corrected by Josh. The last villain suit that we got was the Psycho Zaku. I've been corrected. The Psycho Zaku was the last villain mobile suit kit that was a Verka.
Was it Verka?
Yeah,
No.
it was a Verka. It was a
Yeah, it
Verka.
was. It had all the extra
That
stickers.
that big ass fuel
Big ass
tank in the
box.
back.
I have that kid like I have like three of them. Hold on.
How the hell you get three? How can you
Me?
afford three? Give me one.
Dude, you
You're
well,
you're a hoarder. You don't even know it.
All right, so hang on a second. We were talking about like model builders out there that we've been starting to follow. All right. What's that?
Arturo Fuentes from Dominican Cigar.
Okay. Sorry. Let's continue here. We're talking about model builders that we're starting to follow on YouTube, and I'm following this guy named Wallcraft. I'm going to share the screen, and he does what he does is basically he does model builds coming out from he's using like a frame, and he makes his own custom like diorama, but hanging on the wall. And I just recently finished watching this one, not the Disney, of course, but let me see if I can skip
How
this.
you don't got YouTube Premium? You peasant.
All right, so this is the diorama he did. He did a fight between Sazabi against Full Armor Unicorn, and he broke down the parts. He made it scratch built, LED lights, smoke effects with cotton balls. It was really nice, and and the cool thing about it was he hand painted everything. He didn't even airbrush it. I think he
Yeah, it
only
looks like that guy looks like he does like wargaming because those guys they could hand paint the shit out of some models.
yep.
look at this. It's amazing. So I just recently following him. This actually is an old video. Came out last year. See?
I want you to share this. I'm gonna send it to you in the private chat. Hold on.
All right.
Miguel, you remember that guy from the UK that used to hand paint too? He used to be really good. He used to do like wargaming, and he just quit out of the blue.
Yeah. A lot of people like have left,
Mm-hmm.
and
He just out of nowhere. He just got burned out and quit. Like he had a great channel. I forgot his name. It was like the hand painting assassin or something. That was like his
yeah,
stat.
All right. So we're looking at this guy called Cat.
So this man, if you really want to learn of how to do like panel lines, he will show you step by step. I mean, he's working right now. I think it's like with a TR6 or something like that.
I'm seeing the parts there for the TR6.
And he show you how to do the contouring on. He shows you how to do depth when it comes to scribing, and it looks like it's been like replated, but it's not. He's just working on the same plastic. Dude is amazing. So if anybody wants to like,
all right, I'm subbing him.
Really learn how to like do customized what's it called?
I'm looking at. You see, like something like this is a blank slate, nothing there, and then he just pretty much went to town on that.
Yep. So each video, it's long videos, but it shows he goes.
It's each part that he builds on.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And he even teaches you how to do scratch build hands and shit and whatever poses you need to do, which is actually great because you don't really see that. You only see people and it's like, yeah, I made it and it looks like that. And it's like, all right, so how did you go about? But he really like, yeah, Lincoln Wright is a good one when it comes to machining Krieger, hand painting and everything. Dude is sick with it. So
hey, speaking of Machine Krieger, I was at Richfield Hobbies today. Just I went by to say hi to Jimmy, and he still has a few Machine Krieger kits there.
That's good.
Where's his store at again?
Richfield Hobbies is on in Richfield on Tunnelly Avenue.
Tunnelly Avenue.
Yeah. He had his store closed a couple of weekends, but now he opened up today. But he closed at 2. And I saw what time it was. I think it was 1 o'clock. And I said, you know what? Let me stop by and say hello since I'm like very, very close by. Let me stop sharing. And went there to say hi. He has a couple of Gundam kits. I think I saw the Silver Bullet, one of the 2 of the Battlelog kits, one of the Build Divers parts, and some other brands from Bandai that were there as well.
But like I think the hobby is growing a lot because I like back in the day, remember we used to go to competitions. We were the only people bringing in Gunpla, and everything else was like Mosquito Con.
Yeah, so we had what was it? Gamera Barn or whatever his website was at the time. We had the forum in there. And that's where I met some of the guys that we became like long friends, like Chris. Chris was there.
Gundam Eclipse. Remember Gundam Eclipse, the forums?
Clips.
Oh my
amazing,
God,
yeah.
that's so old. That's like almost 15 years ago. That's how most of us met.
That's right.
You don't know, man.
Our community began there, and then it started to grow through MosquitoCon and eventually Comic-Con when they started to do GBWC, and that's when our community started to grow a little bit here and there.
That's when we started seeing like everybody coming out because like everybody wants to compete, and that's when we started like they were right in the forums like, yeah, I'm heading out there. So it's like next year, everybody's talking with their like fucking screen name. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck is your name?
Yeah, it was so weird, like meeting people in real life and shit. Like, oh my God, like what's going on?
Yeah, so just
I had an issue of me saying my name at the time. I guess I was saying to myself,
yeah, we all know that.
I was like,
yeah, we were like,
my name is
like, my man over here, he's still in fucking cyberspace in that time.
And I'm like, I was scared of myself saying I don't want people to know my real name, and it's like, anyway, when you get old and then
we're gonna come to your house and bully you or some shit.
Yeah, I remember. I was like, "What the fuck? Like, what's your name?" And you wouldn't tell me your name. And I was like, "This guy has something up his ass."
You know what? Yeah, and then I think it was until when after I won GBWC 13, and I don't like to brag about it. I should have not won, but after I won, and I kind of like took a good look at myself, and I go, "Dude, you're an idiot." What the, you're going to be part of a community. You're not a rock star. You're like everybody else that's trying to help people out, build kits and things like that. And then I took a long, hard look at myself, and then I was like slowly saying to myself, you know what, I'm not 20 years old. I'm not 30 years old. Well, back then I think it was, but I knew that if I was going to do this for a long haul, I have to own up to it, because I owned up to all my mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes building my kits, and I said, you know what? If I'm going to own up,
that time you went streaking around around Enemy NYC.
I know.
Remember that shit? My man went streaking, son. So my man is like walking out with his ding-a-ling out and shit. You know what I'm saying? And his balls dragging on the fucking floor.
We had like a little ritual. Remember?
We used to knock me down.
We used to go drinking into like a steakhouse after every competition once a year.
You know, one time I think you guys we all hooked up. You disappeared. I didn't know where the hell you went. When you came back, and I don't know what year it was, you were like Mega. You were like red in the face. You were like, huh?
Oh, 2016.
Yes, you were like out of it. You were completely out of it.
What's it called? Alberto, you know Bobby, right?
Yeah, of course. We have the same birthday.
So between was it Bobby, Chris, Kevin at the time, because we became friends after, way before then, I think it was. Anyways, we went to the upstairs to the second floor in the Javits, and this lady was like there, like I pulled to the side, hey, listen, if we'll give you, X amount, you think you can hook us up throughout the whole day? It's like, if you make it worth it, I'll hook you up throughout the whole time. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, you gave her a $20 tip.
Yeah, everybody.
$20 was a lot of money.
Everybody gave her 20. Everybody gave her 20. So it was like 60. So she was like a little bit of coke, this much of fucking rum, dude.
And it was so quick, because I remember, like, I turned around and I looked back and you were so fucking drunk that I had to, like, it was me and what's his guy? He's a world champion. What's his name?
Mr. Kevin.
Yeah. Kevin, yeah. Kevin was he was a great guy. Whatever happened to him?
I was just what's it called, for my anniversary. I saw him like 3 weeks ago. We went for lunch after.
How's he doing?
And my man's doing good. He bought a house. He's been working on his house, and he retired as well for the time being. So, when live hits, he get married. He's starting to have a family. This becomes kind of like background noise for a while. So yeah, man, he's been doing good. But yeah, talking about that, I was out, so I started drinking like around 10 o'clock in the morning. And by the time Friday happened, around probably like 6, 7, I had to stop. It's like, yo, I gotta sober up because I gotta drive. I ended up going with another friend of mine, Aaron, to an after party for Comic-Con. And I was there for like about an hour or two trying to sober up and shit. And he was like, yo, you don't want to keep drinking? It's like, nah, man, I'm good. Then after that, we were done. I went grabbed my card. I was fine after that. I went, ate some ramen, and I had a couple of slices of pizza from the dot for 99 cents. Pizzas and shit that they have in the city and shit. Had 2 of those. I was fine. I was like, all right. Went, picked up my car and drove home.
I remember you built that Saku. Saku costume.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that the
you should have won. You should have won that year. I think you had one of the best kids that year. And I think that little kid, that guy that's like a little kid, won. I forgot his name. He was very short.
yeah, I don't know, but he whatever. But I think I took I think it was like third, some shit like that
You
when they
were
gave.
so upset. You were like, you couldn't hold it in your face. You're like, how the fuck did I lose?
Like,
But you never know
dude,
what they want. Like sometimes it just
like
happens.
you never know, because what's it called? They could do something and they'll go for it. Look, there's been I don't know, but anyways, so that happened, and then the following day we started drinking again early in the morning. The lady saw us and she's just like, I got you, Poppy. Don't worry, I got you. It's like, all right, fine. This lady was just like giving us extra shit, and then she did extra pours. So you'll have like a cup and a half. So
Okay.
like you walking around, and I'm just like seeing one of the dudes like, yo, have a drink, and he goes like, I can't drink this. This is like, how old are you? 26. Get the fuck, drink this shit. Fucking trying to make men out of fucking little kids in there and shit. But
It was good times.
yeah,
I remember the lady. She was a black lady. I remember that.
the ceremony, son. That's when I couldn't hold it anymore. I was like this with the
Oh
phone, like
God, I wish I was there to see all this.
I
It was
fucking
bad.
I fucking passed the fuck. I sat down because I told I told you right. I told her it's like, yo, can you get me a pretzel? And
Oh
I,
yeah, you made me go get you a fucking pretzel. I remember that.
I ate the fucking pretzel and I sat down by the main door. It's like right in between, and I just sat like this. And this the picture. I'm like,
There's a that picture is there somewhere. I think we put it up in the group, in the
yeah,
Facebook group that we used to have. Good
yeah.
time.
I was done. I was like completely done. But yo, you know what? After when I woke up 2 hours later, because I had people took pictures with me and shit when I was passed out, when I was like
Yeah.
sleeping, and it was just like people like this, just like yo, and like people trying to get shit out of my bag and shit. And I was like, yeah, whatever. But yeah. Then I woke up and then Kevin goes like, yo, it's time to go home. I was like, fine, because I know you, Alberto, you and your wife what's it called got a room.
Oh, but
Um,
that was years after. I wasn't married back then.
no, that or you, I don't know, but you was
No, I walked you to the parking spot. I had all your kids. I'm literally babysitting a grown man. So I'm walking around with
like,
like people like 20 kids. I had to buy him a pretzel, and then Kevin was super upset
Buy
because
me a
he had to like
yeah.
pretzel.
drive you back to fucking Long Island and shit. It was
No,
awesome.
no, he went to because it sounds like by the time we get to Flushing, I should be all right. So when we got to Flushing, it's like, yo, you all right? So like, yeah, I'm fine. And like, so I got into that. We swapped out and I drove home, and I made it. I was just fine. It's just like as soon as I slept it off and shit, and then I came back and my man was like, all right, we're here. It's like, all right, because he parked in Main Street out in Flushing. That two thingy,
Yeah.
whatever. In the
It's
morning,
New York City parking. You can't find parking spots. You have to walk to
Oh,
your
forget
parking
about that.
location.
yeah. So I picked him up in the morning in Flushing, and then from there we drove into the city. Since I already knew some people in the parking garages and shit, once you're Dominican and shit, you could just wave that flag anywhere. The guy was like, "Look, don't worry about it. No te apures de tu máquina. Don't worry about your machine, son. I got you." And it's like it's about you said it's full. It's like I got you. I was like, all right, fine. I just got handle the keys and just walk. That's why when you were carrying my shit, it wasn't that far from where it
Yeah,
was. I think
it was a few blocks. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Good
so.
time. Dude, that was like 10 years ago or more. That's crazy how time flies.
You want to know something? I don't know if you guys knew this. Oh God. Uh, when I got the new computer, all the photographs that were on one of my hard drives were wiped, were gone.
Jesus.
And I'm trying to do restores to see if I recover the the photographs that I've taken in the past from 2016, 17, and 18. I think I have it on another drive, but hopefully I could find it because I wanted to find those photographs and revisit back in the day we were just hooking up and having a blast with all the stuff that we
I
were
think
shooting.
the last time was before COVID. We went Enemy NYC.
Anime was.
Yeah, it's a restaurant that had holy water.
Holy
Dude, it had
water.
like bottles of vodka.
Yeah, I think the last one we went to, we all got together was like the last, um, like,
2018. That's when you came with your wife.
oh
That's
yeah, I
right.
remember that. Yeah, that was the last one. That was the first
And
one.
I met you guys in the what's it called um at the
You went
hotel
to,
room.
yeah, we got a drive for
Hmm.
free from like a golf car in the middle of
Yeah,
Manhattan.
yeah.
That was
Bro,
like,
what year was it that I had to wait for you guys in the parking lot? What year was that?
that you what?
Remember, like I forgot what year it was that I came in. I had my kid in a I forgot what the hell what year it was, but you two were coming in Miguel's car. Obviously, Miguel's car is like low to the ground, scratching the floor. But I wait for you guys at the parking lot so you can park the car so we can go to Comic Con.
2019.
That was the 2019. Was it 2019?
2019. That was that he came in alone.
Okay.
It might have been 2019 or 2017 because I was alone.
One of
I
those.
think, yeah,
I went driving to Park Avenue to pick you up.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
a while back.
Avenue,
Amen.
something like that. Yeah. So I wanted to pick you up, and it's just like fuck it. It's like I'm not gonna park over here. It's too far, man. It's like I'll park somewhere closer. Like driving that shit. But it was, you know what?
You,
I had good times going to those places.
you still have that car? Your little DGM fucking Tokyo Drift?
Yeah, I still got it, man. What's it called? Believe this shit. Son. I'm sitting in the office on whatever. I'm working on some bullshit for a new accounting program that I'm setting up and shit. And someone comes and knocks into to the suite, and then the lady comes in to knocks on my door, and she goes, um, crying, saying like, "I hit your car." I'm like, "Fuck." My car was parked, son. This lady don't know how to fucking drive a park. Every time I see that lady pulling in into fucking parking spaces at the building, she just parks like out of focus, like she doesn't give a fuck. And then yeah, she smashed my the front driver's side. And then what's it called? I got that since I knew that if they end up fixing the one side of the car, it's not gonna match the other side of the car. So I end up like having like redoing the whole car.
Oof.
So basically, I got a brand new car right now, and because I'm car shopping with my wife, and because of that inflation, they're hitting you with like hidden fees. It was like another like $15,000 on top of the asking price of the car, or what was advertised for. So I was just like, forget it. I'll just get my car and whatever. So today I was supposed to adjust the ride height, the suspension on the car, but I didn't get to do it because I was working on my wife's truck. I was what's it called? I changed the brakes and all that stuff for it, so she's fine on that end. And then I said, I don't got time for today, so I'm just gonna do the whole thing tomorrow. So I'll see how that works. But yeah, man.
Dude,
Um,
everything I've seen right now in the supermarket and the stores, everything's stupidly high.
yeah, everything is not.
Everything.
Everything is
I
super
guess I
expensive.
today I just went to like food shopping. And I think I spent an extra $100 on shit that normally would be the normal price, but everything's up.
Yeah.
Everything.
So
I mean, that's why I think the other day I showed you the photograph of that Cotobre Kia kit that I got. It was like, it's a $60 kit, and in Barnes and Noble they had it for $25, and I go, that's a
yeah.
steal. I said, I'm getting that kit, but then you know you try to find everything else is expensive as hell.
What the fuck are you smoking, son? A Black and Mild?
Arturo Fuente. It's Dominican cigars.
The Dominican Black and Milds.
Dominican Black and Mild, I guess.
Uh, shit. Yo, I still got that cigar that you sent me.
It's been a while.
And I will not smoke it. You want to know why?
Okay.
Until you get your ass over here. So we can just do that shit in my backyard.
Speaking of
That
which,
was from my wedding. That's old. That's an old cigar. It's been a while.
That shit is mint inside of a fucking thing. What's it called? Vacuum seal. My wife, every time I see my wife sees that shit, I'm just like, when are you ever gonna? It's like, nah, man, that shit is special. I'm waiting for my dude to come back to do this shit. So when you come,
You gotta come to India and visit us. You know,
yo, I'm gonna tell you this because I told my wife, it's like, yo, we got places to go. Like, just,
India is awesome. It's a beautiful country.
First is Dominican Republic. First is
So
that.
is DR. So,
man,
but
DR's already played out, man. It's
Not
played
played
out.
out. No, because you want to take your kids. You want them to see where you grew up and all that shit.
I grew up in Dominican Republic. I grew up
Or
in
like,
Venezuela.
well, not grew up. All right. What about your family? Do you have family
you're
there?
yeah, where you came from, you know.
Nah, man, they disowned me already. So I'm, I only use the Dominican card just just to get by. Straight up
But yeah,
Venezuela. That's what I'm.
yeah. Then definitely
Al-
come to India. Come
Albert,
to
let
New
me ask
York.
you. Let me ask you a question, Albert. When are you gonna come here to the States? Are you done?
Depends, because as a diplomat, they as long as they keep you moving around, we have to travel all over the place. So we gotta stay in Asia though, hopefully. So maybe the next country is gonna be. I want to go to Thailand because I love that country. Thailand is amazing.
Yo,
It's like
if you do go, if you end up going, because we have a factory there, they're gonna make an excuse, and I need to go to the factory in order to do some repairs and change out some of the machines out.
in in Thailand.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I just,
mean, I could go to visit. Like I love it to visit, but I want to live there.
yo,
Um,
and cuidado, because there's a lot of man boys over there.
there's
What's about man girls, man
don't worry,
women.
my wife will
Don't
take care of me.
don't go to the.
What
She's
what
the
what
entrepreneur.
yeah, what
So,
what take
That's a
Strider
video.
out there?
That's a video I just saw.
He's
What
not
was
gonna know
it?
the difference.
Dude, on Twitter, I saw somebody post a guy like trying to hook up with some girl. It must have been Asian, and the Asian girl goes, you do know I'm a guy, right? You do know I'm a guy." And she's like yelling at him, but he's like still talking, doesn't realize it that he's talking to a guy.
Jesus,
no,
some
Thailand is super progressive. Like there was a lot of like trans people just like doing their thing in the mall and everything. There was like dudes dressed up as like schoolgirls, like walking around like normal, and nobody cared. It's like living in Florida for a while. You could. It's like the culture shock is crazy,
yeah.
especially here in the art. That it's like taboo still. So
All right.
that was really cool.
So I'm gonna say this though. I respect people who want to be like that. Fine. Um, the other day I had to go to the pharmacy to pick up medication, and as I'm walking out, about maybe 20 feet away, I see this hot chick walking in the same direction, going in the same direction I am, but and she's wearing this. She's
Oh,
we-
hold on a
wait,
second.
wait, wait.
Uh,
She's wearing a one piece dress up to above her knees, uh, high heels, black hair, and it took me 1.1 second to realize, oh shit, that's a guy.
shit.
And I'm like, okay, I can expect you want to be that, but you don't have to be slutty. You can be a normal person, you know?
Yeah.
What was
Look
somebody
what
went
Zach
to
said. Yo, hold up.
Thailand?
Look what
Yeah,
Zach
what
said.
was that mistake? Somebody in the chat went to Thailand.
Yeah,
What
that's
was
Zach.
that mistake?
Yeah, that's Zach. I want to elaborate on that little
Mistake?
story there. I want you to elaborate on that kid because
Zacharias.
that shit is hilarious too. Yeah.
How you doing, Zacharias? How's it going? Welcome to. Oh, good evening.
Yo.
No longer
Yeah.
good morning.
Yeah. My man is in Florida now.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
he's not in Asia anymore?
every
Now,
time he did his
man.
live streams, we like to say good evening. Oh, sorry, good morning. Whenever he did the live streams before, I would say good morning, Zach. But now I could say good evening or
Yeah, homie's living back. He's living in the States back again. Brought the whole
I miss
family.
Florida. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do miss Florida like crazy. I got used to it over there. I was almost a redneck, man. I had a
Dude,
truck.
you were doing so many projects on that house, and
I,
you,
I, I miss my home, man.
and I was waiting for you to finish that dungeon layer that you were gonna do on the bottom of the house.
In the basement, yeah, man. I
It,
was.
you know,
The people from Home Depot knew me. I miss Florida a lot. Florida was awesome. That was a great place to live. So I don't blame Saku Aurelius for moving over there. It's legit.
I went to Florida a few years ago to visit my cousin's kids, and it was fun. It was a good. I went to like the Hard Rock Cafe and Casino there. It was really nice.
Yeah, Florida gets a bad rap for like the Florida men stories, but I think it's a dope place to live. If you have kids and stuff.
It's great if you have a family, if you have a good job and all that stuff. But if you're, you gotta have something stable over there to move on.
Yo, but enough about talking about life, yo. Let's talk about a little bit of plastics. Before I head out, I got like another 5 minutes because I gotta head out. I got things I gotta do tomorrow morning.
Okay.
But talking about plastic models for the fur car. You know which
Oh
one
yeah.
it is?
All right. So Albert, before we were asking you what's going to be the next for car. I kind of said maybe a Saku 2 would be great. A
And,
version of Toki.
it's gonna
But
be it's gonna be another RX-70, and I can bet my whole house in it. 'Cause,
wait, did you say RX-70 what?
8.
No, 78, but 78
They
what?
they're redoing the fucking fur car again.
So
I
they're
mean, that
redoing.
kid is old. That kid needs an upgrade, and it's iconic. So I don't blame him
I
for
always
them
see that
doing.
kid. I've always seen the Vercon, and I always hesitated to buy one. I was still hesitating to buy the Origins when I first came out, but the Vercon, it's a beautiful kit.
Yeah, the Origin is my favorite RX-78 kit, hands down. It's fun to build. It looks good without doing much to it.
Yeah.
The little fucking cannon thing is dope.
So hold on. So Zach, what's it called? Zach said, so man, that sounds like a setup, son. It's a setup, son. Oh shit. But anyway,
I can imagine the stories he has.
oh yeah. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. It's
All
been
right.
great. You know what? We should do this. We should do this like either every 2 weeks or every month.
Well, I
Yeah,
have I have an idea. I have an idea. I don't know if you guys want to do this before
But
you
my,
leave.
my thing is that homie here, Alberto, is
yeah.
like
I'll be back in India in 2 weeks. So
All right.
remember, 10-hour difference. Keep
All
that
right.
in mind.
So how about this? You like to guys do a live stream on the 29th when they start making the announcements?
when is the 29th?
September. And
No, I
basically,
know.
it's on a Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like for
traveled and
like
yeah,
an
I'm
hour.
leaving.
Because usually the
Yeah,
announcements kick in at around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our side. So when we start hearing stuff like what's going to be the next Gundam kits for a Ka or high grade or real grade or perfect grade or mega scale, whatever, it's usually around that time at 10 p.m. that they start talking. So
I don't know. Alberto, you still there or no?
yeah. I leave the next day, so I'm down.
then we got it. Then we could
Yeah, we gotta do
we
it.
could do an
Let's do it.
hour on that day, and that way we could say goodbye and wish
We're
you
good.
nothing but the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
then yeah, sounds good.
And of course, this guy is saying just a bunch of fat old white dudes picking up Thai ladies.
Yeah, that's the spirit. A lot of guys from Australia.
hi, ladies.
Thai
With
lady.
something. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
Yo,
it was crazy. In,
girl,
in
try to
Bangkok,
get my
when
belly.
I was walking with my wife to the hotel, and there were people like sitting in like in front of like the clubs, like a bunch of like middle-aged white guys with like super attractive Thai ladies. So I was like, man, they having a good time. Like you could tell they were happy. Ladies, I'm assuming, but they
They're
were, they quite for me.
That lady keeps poking me
they're
in my
enjoying
belly. Like, what the fuck?
they're enjoying their retirement money.
That's the way to do it, man. You gotta retire like a king. That
Exactly.
was fun.
All right, I
Uh,
think. All right, let's do this as a 1 hour. This is cool. This is cool. This is great. Thank you guys for joining. We should do this again in about 2 weeks. Hopefully, we'll find out what's going to happen or what Bandai's going to release. Obviously, we're having fun reminiscing, but we'll continue on in another 2 weeks. All right. So everybody have a good night. Thank you very much and peace.
Bye bye. Take care, guys. The
Take care.
number ending hype train of Bandai. Can't wait.
And we end broad.